The Grim Bastards, so the Grim Bastards on Sons of Anarchy, loosely based off my real life club. The 1-9ers, the black gang that wore the purple, those are all my club brothers. And everything black on that show came through my resources. That's just how kind of like the industry is. A lot of the Mexican, Hispanic cats came through Emilio, And again, that's just how it is. So on season 7 was just a climatic balls to the wall, and this clip that I got for you right here is, so what I'm going to tell you is funny, but I'll tell you before so you can just watch it and you'll line it up. So all the Grim Bastards motorcycles throughout the 6 years I was on there, all the Grim Bastards motorcycles on the show were my personal motorcycles, my motorcycles. And by me providing the show with my motorcycles, of course, I got paid for the use of my motorcycles. And in the beginning, I would just trailer my bikes because I didn't want / trust my club brothers to ride my bikes out there, because all my bikes, the motors are built. Back then I was doing 120Rs with motor work on top of that. Okay. So I would trailer them all out there, but I presented the opportunity to my club. Yo, if you guys want to take part and being on Sons of Anarchy, I'm presenting the opportunity to you. You'll get paid for you, but my bike gets paid and that'll come to me. And I'm extending you the opportunity to be on this show, but you'll have to drive your ass out there or take your own bike, and then you'll use my bike on the show when we get there. So I had my guys fill the roles as the Grim Bastards on the show and as the 1-9ers, the black street gang who wore purple. Eventually, throughout the years, just starting to get comfortable with seeing them ride my bikes on the show, came one of those mornings where I was just like, fuck it, man. We running kind of late, man. Y'all just grab a bike and, let's hit the road. Because we would meet up. I think we would leave my house in the morning, probably about 3:30, I think. 3:30 or 4 in the morning probably like 4 in the morning, I think, to get out there to base where the studio was at. I don't know, by like 5 or 5:30, I think. So once we did that, they kind of broke the ice, and then I was like, all right, cool. So they started riding my bikes out there. And that way we got there quicker and home quicker instead of me trailering, because I would like put a bike in my van or my dually, and then I had the trailer pulling 3 of them. And by me allowing them to ride my bikes, I was able to get more of my club brothers to go so we can use more of my bikes. And so this particular episode, what's his name? Malcolm Jamal Warner. He's in it, and you'll see his blue bagger. Okay. And so this was an episode to where I had to speak to the stunt director, coordinator, the guy who does the vehicle stuff, for the bikes, because they presented me with the opportunity. They said, hey, there's a really aggressive scene coming up, and we could either hire these stuntmen to ride your bikes and you'll still get paid for your bikes, but you'll get more because it's a stunt and they'll ride your bikes. Or if you don't want them to ride your bike, we'll just rent some motorcycles and kind of paint them up the best way we can to look like yours. And they'll ride those. And so right then and there, I was like, oh, shit, this is how people get, canceled. The moment you say no to something. And so one, I didn't want them riding my bike. So I said, okay, if they ride my bike, if they wreck my bike or drop it, I said, this is the type of man I am. I don't want it no more. I don't want it. I want a whole new bike. Me personally, if I did it, I'm building a whole new bike. I don't want it no more. So he said, I will make sure that your bike is insured for like twice his value or something like that. I said, all right. I said, and what kind of riding are they going to be doing? Where are they going? So he explained it to me and he said, you know what? He said, you know how to ride good, right? I said, yeah. He said, well, I'll arrange it for you to, you'll get your stunt pay. He said, so you'll just ride your own bike. And I was like, all right. I didn't know what the fuck I was signing up for at all. Still to this day, I have not ridden my bike that hard, that aggressive, doing that type of stuff at all. So I told him, okay. So I rode my bike. A couple of my other club brothers rode a couple of my other bikes. And I knew I was just taking a chance on it. Because again, we didn't know exactly what type of riding we was going to be doing. But he just said it wasn't going to be that crazy or something like that. So we the day of the shooting, we met the stunt guys who came in because they were going to be riding I guess one of them, it was one stunt dude. It was one stunt dude because I provided my brothers to ride my bike. So they bought in one more stunt dude. And he had like a burgundy and red Road King that you will see in the shot. And so I'll tell you, we did several different shots. One of them, we had to just smash down the road straight and then just take this hard ass right turn, a hard right with partials of gravel on the ground. I already saw me fall and slide and seeing my bike flip the fuck over. I already saw it happening. I'm playing this off like, you got this, Goldie? Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, what the fuck? Because, we did like a test run. And this is where, you just got to man up, So we took this hard right. I would never turn like that, And that was just a test run. And then they said, okay, let's roll it this time. This time we rolling, this is action. And let's give it a little bit harder, guys. And I'm like, what? So we took off. You could hear just the roar of all these fucking motorcycles. My motors, because I run these loud pipes, and my motors got my motors got motor work on top of them. And so we smashing out, hit this hard right. Then they just tell us to take off. Wow. And that's what it was. One of the stunt guys was on my bagger, my orange Road Glide Screaming Eagle bagger. That was the other stunt guy, because Michael Beach, who is T.O., who plays T.O. Cross, the president of the Grandbusters, he wasn't touching it. So that was a stunt guy. It was two stunt guys. And so he's smashing out on my bike, and I'm hearing my bike roar like I ain't heard it before, And so we smashing out going. And then, so we had to do about two of those. in two different places making these right turns. So we completed that, and I'm just thanking the Lord that I didn't fall. None of my club brothers fell, because those guys were stunt guys. We just some brothers who ride aggressive on the streets. They was trained, they get paid for it and all that. Now, the next one is the funny part. The funny part is we had to do a drive-by. We had to do a drive-by shooting on this house. And I don't know about you, if you watching this and you in the motorcycle club or a civilian, I don't know if you have trained to do a drive-by shooting on your motorcycle. I haven't. No, I haven't. No. And I'm saying this because don't act like you would have did it flawlessly. I thought, oh shit, a drive-by? Shit, I see it on TV. I know how to do it. Yeah, what's up? So we were around the corner from the house that we were going to pull up and shoot. And all they told us to do was, we're going to stage the bikes right here. When we tell y'all to go, you guys are going to come up the street, make a right turn. The house is right on the corner, and shoot it up and take off. Okay. And I'm like, bet. I can picture myself doing that. I've seen it on TV, in movies. So the stunt coordinator was Chuck. I forgot the dude's name, the karate dude, Chuck Norris. Okay, you remember Chuck Norris back in the day with Bruce Lee? Chuck Norris has a son. His first name, I forgot it, but his last name is Norris. So Chuck Norris's son is the stunt coordinator. Cool cat. So we do one practice run to where we go and then we make a right. We come in front of the house, and then they said, just, you don't have to take your guns out. Just point your finger and bow, 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 make the noise. And then you guys take off. So we did that. Now, let me tell you, Chuck Norris passes out all the guns to us. Okay. On my Dynas, all my Dynas, I had the gun pouches up front. Not gun pouches. Cell phone pouches. Yeah, cell phone pouches on my T-bars. That's what I got on them right there. Cell phone pouches. And so he was like, perfect. Yeah, put them right there. I said, oh yeah, right on. So we just did that, and we do our little hands like boom, 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 boom. Get on our bikes, whoom, take off. Then we go all the way back around the corner, and then we stay right there because we're staged until it's time to go action. So they said, okay, this is going to be a live. We going live. Let's do this. And action. So we take off. Wow, we smashing, going up the street. Then we make a right, and you'll see it on the video. We make a right, okay? We pull up. I put my kickstand down. My pouch, I put the gun in there, and I zipped it. I go to unzip it. They had already started shooting and took the fuck off already. I had barely got my gun out of the pouch and started, and they was just gone. I felt stupid as fuck. I'm sitting there. I couldn't, I heard people laughing. And I'm sitting there, my heart is beating, I'm sweating, I'm feeling so embarrassed. And then Chuck Norris's son, the store coordinator, he comes up, he's like, what the fuck, bro? I know you know how to do a drive-by. Who the fuck puts their kickstand down on a drive-by? And I was just like, I got my helmet on. I was like, man, I do not know. I ain't never, obviously, I ain't never did a drive-by on a motorcycle. He said, okay, he was cool. He said, we're going to do it. We're going to knock it out this time. Keep your kickstand up and keep the gun halfway out the pouch. Don't even zip it all the way up. He said, so just pull up, grab it, hold your bike up and shoot. I said, bet. So I went around the block to catch up with everybody. I pull up, everybody cracking the fuck up. Cracking up. And so now we do it again. Action. Boom. Go around the corner. Make a right. I just like that. And that was a take. And that was exactly what was supposed to happen. So yeah, that was my description of what happened behind the scenes on this shoot. Oh shit, Carlos, what's up? Good to see you, brother. And so in this footage I'm about to show you right now is me showing you my personal bikes with me on my personal bikes that were used in the show. So you'll see some pictures of the bikes that were used in this episode for this take. Let's see. Where? Yeah. So that's the Screaming Eagle Road Glide used by T.O., the president of the Grim Bastards. That's white power. That bike is a legend. A legend. That is Orange Bang. Legend. 120R motors built. And that's Blue Balls. That's a CVO Dyna. To live is to suffer. To survive is to live. Rest in peace, Jerry. He was my detail man. And that's my first shop. There's some of my stable. And that's my F450. And that's my Screaming Eagle 08 Street Glide. And that's the Big Daddy right there. Here we go. I'm on my white bike. That's me, the white bike. Stop and call one of them.
It's a million boys rhyming who don't know how to speak. I keep it all 100 like Olympian sprint. I'm here, I kick, and the party is script. I got a lot of chicks behind the inside and wrist. They try to get a range, trip and keep it split. We own the night and know the rights of the script. Based on the truth, that's what my truth say. Got love in the street, on the hill, in the hood, on my high bar, on the dog, going hard in the paint through the hard shit. Regardless, I'm a rep for all of y'all in the game. I'm taking fast, lost time ain't found. Now or never, bruh. It's the countdown.
All right. All right.
You delaying?
Yeah.
Nice Impala. Good? Yeah.
That was climatic. Um, so yeah, that was season 7, Sons of Anarchy, and I really, really, really had a good time filming that show, working with those cats. Um, Charlie Hunting, Jax, straight up cool cat, cool cat. Emilio Rivera, top notch, top notch cool cat, real to the bone. Emilio is, and blessed to have built a personal friendship with Emilio outside of the show as well. So if you haven't never seen Sons of Anarchy, watch it. And that right there was 12 years ago. It's crazy how fast time is flying. 12 years ago. And the show The Mayans that came later, I got a call and we came onto The Mayans. That show did 5 years. So which is 5 seasons. We came on as the Grim Bastards, season 5, episode 5, until it ended. So I'm thankful that I was in 2 of our generation's most popular motorcycle club hit TV shows. I don't even know if there's ever been a show as big as that dedicated to the motorcycle club life. He said, I will never stop watching SOA. That's right. It has a certain feel to it. And, we all feel like he should have never ended that shit, that never ended it, But to my understanding, he only wrote 7 seasons. And, but each episode, if I'm saying this right, each episode was by a different director. And I think I heard that they felt that they could have just kept it going. They've been working on the show for so long. They knew how to keep it going. He said he on his next wife now, and they watch it, and they still watch it. And again, like I said, man, I was on the show. I knew the behind the scenes, but I watched each episode like I didn't know nothing about it, sitting there surprised and happy and geeked up. And it was a cult. It was a cult following. And this is something that I never said publicly. But throughout the years on the show, was it my MySpace? I don't know if it was MySpace or Facebook. Probably MySpace. But one of the social media platforms, I'll check my inbox. I would get butt naked pictures of females, butt naked, at every capacity of standing naked, spread eagle, whatever position, naked. And these pictures were not for me. They were titled to please forward to Jax, Charlie Hunting. I would get people tapping in to compliment me and, hey, good to see you on the show. Good to see some brothers on the show. And y'all looking good, one down and blah, 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 blah. But no naked stuff or no, nothing like that. Nothing of somebody trying to get at me. Flirty, not at all. Butt naked stuff to get to Jax. So, and I'm the man next to the man, next to the man, next to the man, next to the man on the show. I can't imagine what type of lifestyle these cats live with these, what you call them, groupie type people on them. And even for me at the capacity that I was on it, that show was powerful. It really did. It gave a lot of exposure, a whole lot of exposure, a lot of exposure to just me as a person, one down the brand. And I had fun. I had fun on the show. And for anybody who was on the show, connected to the show, if you ever see this, much love and respect to you. It was a good run. It was a good fun. And it was fun. And I do remember when we got to the Mayans, it was different. It was, I think they said Disney was behind it or something like that. But they said, the stuff that you guys did on Sons won't be done over here. This is a different operation. And they said, we We won't be having this and won't be having that. And when you address somebody, there are some do's and don'ts. Don't address somebody with sir, Mr., ma'am, or all this stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? And so one of my first days there, you go to hair and makeup. And it's always been easy for me. Well, what do they do? They just, on this last one, they would just placken this up a little bit. And I think that's pretty much all they did for me. And so the first day, I said, everybody's done. He was like, okay. I said, right on, man. Thank you, sir. He's like, no, my dad's a sir. And I was like, fuck, here we go. And just that easy, I looked up and I looked at some of the other people in there, and they kind of looked at me like he's going to rat on you. And so with that, I did get a tap on the shoulder on not addressing people with certain, I don't know what they're called. But for me, I just, I'm going to cut that. I can get sensitive with them other people. But yeah, it was different over there. And it was years later, things have changed, But of course, yeah, we all hope something come back. And if I'm hearing it right, it might be something in the pipeline by Kurt Sutter. And I think it's Motorcycle Club related. Do not let this be something that's put out there where you say, no, this is unverified. But I think I heard something like that. Unverified. I think I heard something like that.